Good morning. Welcome to another episode of One on One with Father Juan. I'm joined here again with our energetic pastor, Father Juan, this morning on this beautiful Saturday morning. We just finished up a lot of things going on. Father Juan, you are on your, is it official, 2 months? Is that where we're at?
The next 14 is gonna be 2 months.
2 months.
Wow.
2 months.
Time flies, right?
Time flies when you're having a lot of fun, and I can assure you he's been having a lot of fun. So within that, the 2 months that are coming up for you, just let's check in really fast. I kind of want to know, what are you encountering? How are things going? What are your highs? What are your lows? What's working just right for you? I'm gonna throw you under the bus here this morning.
Yeah, I know. You are very, very good at it. What do you want me to answer? Like the hardcore answer to that, or the soft one? I'm just kidding. These 2 months, or at least like 6 weeks, had been a really great time to me. It has been busy, very busy. Not that it has changed, but summer and COVID being less of a problem, so we were able to really do really great things in these last couple of weeks, 6 weeks. So thinking about it's like only 6-7 weeks, and we have done the summer work camp, we have done the Bell City Catholics, the Mass on the Grass, the younglings. I mean, like a lot,
yeah.
Which it's great, and I think that's one of the highs is that I do find that people are ready for a shake-up, are ready for moving and looking into different things, and I think also people are ready to the freshness of the youth of Jose Mario and I being together. Not against older people, but the opportunity to have a younger priest around, I think that just energizes people only just by the fact of having the people there. So that's kind of the height that people are ready to jump. The laws, of course, I came to 3 different communities, which that will be the challenge to anyone. It will be 3 different communities, which we really need to be mindful and think about how can we come and work together. And I know people are very welcome, and I mean, Bell City Catholic was a great example of this integration of different people from different parishes coming together. But I do think that would be the low situation here, is that I need to be, and it's not to blame anybody, but it's more like, to me, I always run in a high speed, and I need to be aware of the 3 different cultures that are in the 3 parishes, even though, I mean, we're one church, but reality is that the diversity in the church is there, is a reality, and it's a good thing. But I would say that that's one of the laws, and it's not really like anybody's fault. It's the reality that I just came in and to this situation, which is what kind of the church is going towards in Racine. And I would say, on my part as a priest, I would love to be just in one place, in a one parish, to be able to have more presence of myself in there. And I know people see me all over because I am running all over around, but it's hard. I mean, that's a low point on a contest of 3 parishes together. Yeah. It would be like the presence in there. So I hope people are understanding. One of the things that I try to do, and Jose Mario is doing also, is we share our calendar with our parish staff. Mm-hmm. So they know us, the secretaries of the parish or parish managers, they know where we are at any moment given time, because I want people to, if they call, they know where could find me, even if it's in the other parish, so they could do that. Yeah.
A disclaimer on that, that's the parish secretary. So I don't know normally where he's at, but we have so many projects that we work together. But somehow we always find each other. That I really liked, and I know you're always really busy. And I think that sometimes people don't really realize how much work that you have going on. But you had the Young Links last Friday, and so one of the things that I liked that one of the youth was very candid. One appreciated you establishing something for them to have that personal one-on-one time with them. And I think that's really a lot of young people think that your priests in general could be unapproachable because of the clericalism, I guess it would be. But I mean, that was a really, and she kind of highlighted that.
Thank you. Yeah, that was the opinion. We were asking what would they love to see in the church, and one of the things that they say, well, Father, the best thing is that you be here for us, and that's what we want. We want the presence of the priest in the midst of us, and of course it's hard when you have three communities, but yes, I try to make priority to be present. And again, also another thing is that even though we are running around and that I want to be able to make myself present to everyone. So that's another law, like the challenge of being in three different places and having so many things that is difficult and I hope that people don't be afraid to approach me, don't hesitate to approach me, that even though we have three parishes, I would always make the point to have time for people. The other low point, and it's a reality, is our low numbers in church. You know, if because I know you were telling me to do like a State of the Union. If you look at St. Patrick's Parish, we're great. We have 1,700 families there. So we have 240 something children in Christian formation. So we have a very vibrant. If you go on Mondays, I mean, like every day of the week and every night of the week, you have something going on at St. Patrick's. So the parking lot is always with people around. So it's a very vibrant community, but there's a reality that we have a finance challenge there. So I came into that reality, and so it's good to have a lot of people, but then we have the challenge of having financial difficulties. So St. Richard's and St. Edward's are smaller parishes. They have their own vibrant way of doing it. And I don't want people feel nostalgic, because I think one of the things that I kind of sense in Bell City Catholics, and one of the presentations is kind of people were nostalgic about the past and how were the children and everybody. I think each of the parishes is at the level that they are at. I think that the challenge that we all have is how we are going to bring back our parishioners, our people who are at least registered, because we do have in St. Richard's 486 families registered. So that people, we don't have nearly half of that people coming to Mass. And then St. Edward's, we have 311 people, families, and we are probably half of the people coming to that celebration, to Masses. So that's a low point, a challenge, that we do have a good fertile land in the Catholic community in Central Racine, but we have low numbers of attendance. And I know Jose Mario talked about different things that and in his presentation, but that's the challenge, and that's something that I pose out to you, that we need your help. I need you. I mean, your friends and people who come to the parish, and if I was in one of the parishes, let's say only St. Richard's or only St. Edward's, I would know everybody, and I could call everybody, but I need you. I need your support in that regard to bring people back, and that's one of the things that I share with the pastoral councils of the three parishes in my meeting, that I do want to reach out to those who are not coming. I do want us, the parishes, to be very welcoming. I do want us not to find the excuse not to do things, but to find always a way. You know, I grew up with a very demanding father who the word no was not a part of our vocabulary. So if we will always find a way. and I do want us always to find a way how to bring people back and how to do ministry. So that's a challenge. Then also there's a financial challenge in a different way in St. Edwards, and you know, we need people to be mindful of the future. And then I also want us to think, where are we going as faith community, as Catholics? We do have 3 parishes, and we have 10 masses within the 3 parishes, and we are very, very lucky and very grateful that we have Father Alan and Father Ron helping us out, because otherwise Jose Mario and I, we couldn't do the masses, because we have 3 4 o'clock masses at the same time and 3 9 o'clock masses at the same time. So that's hard, but I don't know how long Father Ron is going to continue to help us out, and how long Father Alan is continuing to help us out. So that's what that's something that now that I'm an administrator, and just kind of have that in mind, that I cannot have only my vision on what's going on this weekend, but it's what is going on, how the parish, I have to always be thinking and looking and how we will look in 5 or 10 years from now.
What he was mentioning was that when we sat down today, he said, you've been pastor almost 2 months, and so give us a state of the parish. Premises for today's talk is going to be, but as you're sitting here talking, I'm thinking, not trying to make myself have more work, but I'm thinking maybe perhaps we could probably get some volunteers from each of the communities and look through the parish directors, and maybe we need to start making some phone calls to say, I know we talked about it earlier, but I know that I've seen in Mass all the time that I really haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen them online either. And so it may be time for us to kind of, so if you're interested, I don't want to help, but I'd be happy to try to coordinate that if you're interested in coming in at one of the parishes and doing it from the parishes itself to kind of welcoming them back. That could be something that happen. And so one of the things that I think about, I'm sure you're probably encountering, So what do you think about that?
As I say, that was one of the priorities that I set up in the pastoral council. So I'm hoping So Eloy, I'm always 2 steps ahead. I like to play chess.
I guess great minds think alike.
I like to play chess. So always the game is always thinking ahead. So what I propose, and I don't know, and I want to make it clear now here. What I proposed to the pastoral council was precisely that.
Oh, okay.
So one thing that the pastoral council could do is set and organize that. I don't know if I'm making myself clear, but that's what I throw out there. No, when we come together to plan and to think, it's like, okay, this is a reality, and who better than the pastoral council of the parish to be able to force to push this forward. So hopefully this is a reminder of our conversation in July 20th that we met, so that it's an opportunity, and I think it's beautiful that the pastoral council take the time and take the lead on this, because then people know them and we make more a presence, and of course the pastoral council is meant to have and promote the life of the parish. So
wow, I didn't know anything about that, so it was just something that came off the top of my head as you were talking. So that's the reason why I mentioned that. You've got other stuff going on, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you've got your St. Patrick's Summerfest going on. Tell us a little bit about that. So
yes, of course, we, due to COVID, it was hard to organize the festival that normally we would do. So one of the high points, and I hope this doesn't get misunderstood, is one of the high points also of being able to do Hispanic ministry is that we Hispanics, and I'm not proud of it, but we are last minute people, right? I'm not very much like that way, but I like to be always planning and all that. But Eloy, who is a Hispanic at heart, is last minute people, and I do. And that's in some times that helps, because we were able to, we haven't planned, and this planning starts always like in January, and then you are like working on 2 different things, and I just kind of the spirit of like press a button in my heart and say, "Wow, why don't we do this?" And start talking to the staff and a few of the key people of the parish from the Hispanic community, and everybody came on board. And in 3 weeks, we set up a festival, so a fan fest. That's what I love about this flexibility, and that's something that is a high point. And so we are having this weekend. Of course, we are not going to do a big full blown festival, because of course, since it was a last minute, you didn't have the time we couldn't rent the stuff that we will rent normally. But we're going to have music, we're going to have food, we're going to have mariachis, we're going to have a group of ballet dancers from the Nayarit dancers. They're from Mexico, but there's a school of ballet dancing in Milwaukee that they are going to come and do a presentation for us on Sunday. On Saturday evening, and probably also on Sunday if God wills and permit it. So, but we will be Saturday from 5 to 9 o'clock. There will be food, and there will be music, and there will be beer.
So that's today. So as you're seeing this, that's today. So don't cook, as you said.
Don't make dinner plans, and you could just go and sit and. Hopefully that the weather, and Father Ron does his job and pray for good weather. So we're gonna be able to sit down and have tables outside by our green areas over St. Patrick's, and so you could be there. And then on Sunday evening, also Sunday afternoon from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we'll have also food and music and stuff going on. So just if you think and you have time to stop by. So.
You've got a lot going on, and now just really quick, you are going to be, as a parish community, you're going to be launching something within the Tri-Parish program called Formed. And so briefly, this is going to be happening, I think this weekend, or is this happening?
It should be at least an announcement about it. So one of the things that I am really concerned, and I think you heard from Jose Mario on the talk, all those who participated on that, is the lay formation. The formation for people I'm very, very well aware of the need of us as churches, and especially as the priest and the leaders in the church, to provide ways of Christian formation for people in general. No, we tend to grow in a mentality that you just do your Christian formation to do the sacraments, and it becomes like, when I get the sacrament, I kind of graduate from my faith formation, and then I only get what is given to us on weekends masses at the homilies, and I think you cannot have a very full life, spiritual life, if you don't keep nourishing yourself by having faith formation. So Gabby talked to me, and we were looking at different things, and then we came up with this subscription with Formed, which is a St. Augustine Institute, and they provide a lot of information and formation and different videos and different things. It's kind of, if you want to look at it as it's almost like a Catholic Netflix for people to have movies or have movies and have different things to be able to watch, and different programs, short videos. So I hope to be able to, using this platform, to integrate something to our own formation, like I could use it as a tool to reach out and to help people, like providing the formation. And I have done some trials with my men's group that I have over St. Patrick's. So I have them watch one of the videos and then come and discuss it together, and actually it has been very helpful for them. And there's a lot of good information, even for the young links. The Spirit hit me right there. I was going to give them a talk, and then I said, well, no, but I have this. So I went online and got them thinking about what are they looking in their lives and all that. So it is a great platform, and it's going to be, of course, to you and not cost, but we have as a Tri-Parish a subscription, yearly subscription, and everybody could sign up and have the ability to get any information.
So as you're sort of describing this, and I'm not trying to make more work. So keep for myself, but I'm thinking somehow working with this guy keeps my head moving. How do we approach things? But so there's going to be a subscription, and I know we've been doing a lot of online subscriptions, and people sometimes have issues with online subscriptions when we're the Bell City Catholic people sign up. So I think in a couple of weeks we should probably have, because you're going to do this all online, we'll have a Tech Teen Sunday where we can kind of help people. You'll be hearing information about Formed, and then we're going to kind of have something maybe planned for having teens to help. Because there's no better person. I mean, I do all of this tech. Sometimes I can do it, but who perfects it is Dulce. So
I know that. So no, yes, that's a great idea, and of course, Eloy, we will. Everybody has a smartphone, or everybody has a computer and access. Almost everybody has access to internet, and so I have to be. I do full disclosure here. So my idea of all this signing up that you have to go through it, don't think that Eloy is making you suffer. It's an idea that I do want to get all your emails. I do want to get all your information so that I could get to you with different things that we are thinking about, videos, sharing reflections, different stuff that you could get on your inbox. So that's the signing up. But yes, we are going to have a Tech Teen Sunday in which after masses and all that, we have teenagers helping with the setup. It is easy, but yeah, you need to be able to know and because they send you to an email and all that back and forth. Yeah. But yes, we're gonna do that. But I hope this program gets used, because I think it's a very good one, and you know, like movies, and we also got it because we want for our Christian formation program that the teachers, the catechists, have more tools for them to use, and making the Christian formation more engaging for children, engaging also for families, that we could even give homeworks to the child to do it with the parents, and if it's a movie, if it's something, they could do it and watch it and talk about it. Okay,
so a lot of information out there on that forum, so just stay tuned for that, and we'll give you more information on that. So vacation time that you're going to give me or yourself, are we going to take some time off between now? Well, this was my mother when I was growing up. The favorite saint that she would pray for and do a lot of novenas for me, and I don't know why she would do it, but I guess just her faith, is John Bosco, and she gave me, when I was a little boy, like a John Bosco book that I read, and his approach, and just say this as a commentary. His approach is that his mother would always tell him, like, oh, you need to rest because you need to take time off, and he'd say, well, we'll rest in heaven, so we have eternity to rest. No, I haven't planned any vacation, and I haven't had anything off because, as you know, my parents are still back in Colombia, and I'm having a small difficulty with my papers. So I'm still waiting to get approval for my residence here, my green card. So we're still working on that. But once I get that approval, I would go, and so that's kind of saving my time to go and spend it with my parents, because it's been a long time that I don't see them, and if I don't see them when they are alive, I'm not gonna be able to see them. So I'll be going to Colombia as soon as he gets his papers with him.
Vacation, remember, vacation, no people involved. Eloy.
Yeah, that's right. So, thanks for joining me. I do want to put a little plug in here. I want to thank everybody that's been following us all online and all of the feedback that we've been getting. But we have been volunteering at the Racine County Fair, but I have another event. I'm just going to put a plug out here since this is kind of the venue that I have first, so I'm going to put it out there. So that we on August 14th in Pleasant Prairie. August 14th, and we're starting at 6 a.m. It's a triathlon happening. So if anybody's compelled to wanting to volunteer early, please contact me. It's for a triathlon out in Pleasant Prairie. So, and these are just one ways. I don't know if people realize when I do all of these volunteers, it's one ways that we kind of we fund doesn't. We don't necessarily always have to do things through the parishes so we're kind of going off campus to do this, and we've always done this. So if anybody is available on August 14th for that triathlon, I'm going to put a link in the comments there, so please feel free to.
That's great.
To volunteer. But Father Juan, I want to thank you for spending time. I know you had a lot going on, but we appreciate all that you're doing for the Catholic community and keeping this a vibrant parish.
So, yeah, it's very exciting. The work that I'm doing, as I have said before, I couldn't ask for a better place to be. So I'm really excited at the momentum and the energy and the passion that we have and we are creating. I have a very wonderful staff. I mean, like you see me in front of cameras and all that, but it tells everybody behind. So, and I'm very, very pleased to have people who really want to say yes to the crazy ideas that come up and not put any obstacles to it, but rather just go with it and find the ways. And that's like I couldn't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah, and we could have asked for a better pastor to lead us, a better shepherd. So thanks again for joining us. Thank you for tuning in each week. And so just remember, one faith,
one family.